YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back with another 7-round NFL mock draft. This one is for the Dallas Cowboys. We're almost through all the 7-round mocks. We're going to get through them. Then we got plenty more NFL draft content to get through before the draft. And then, of course, we're going to be live during the draft. April 25th is the first round of the NFL draft. That actually starts at 7 p.m. Central, but we will be live 30 minutes before that. And then during the draft, we're going to have live predictions. Every time someone's on the clock, reactions, analysis. It's going to be a lot of fun. Best day of the year, the NFL draft. Can't wait. Subscriber goal, 20K. Support's been excellent. Please help us get to that 20K if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Click that like button. Notification button, also much appreciated. Going on to the Cowboys, good thing about the Cowboys here is I think they're a pretty balanced team, complete team. They have some needs, but it's okay. They only have six picks here because they don't have glaring needs or a bunch of holes or anything. And with their first pick, which is in the second round, I gave him Jay Sternberger. I was really thinking about these tight ends, Sternberger and Dawson Knox possibility, but I think they'll like Sternberger. I know they met with him a couple times already, worked him out, so they definitely have interest. And yeah, I see a fit here. They definitely need more of an athletic tight end too. I know they brought Witten back, so some people may think they might not need a tight end just yet, but they need this weapon tight end. I think they can get that with Sternberger from Texas A&M, so they can go that. They can go interior D-line possibly too. I know they were looking for safeties in free agency. They didn't quite grab one. They did grab a Loca actually, but I don't know how much more he's got left in the tank. So Sternberger with their first pick, but again, could go a couple different directions. With their next pick, I had them taking Tristan Hill. So we talked about they could use interior D-line. They have a couple guys that can play, but you definitely can get better. You can't be afraid to get better at this position. Tristan Hill looked pretty darn good at the combine, helped the stock out. So I think he's pretty much locked in that third round. There's a possibility he can go late second, but I think I'd lock him in that third round range there. So I think the Cowboys will like him a lot. I think he fits in there, their defense tackle spot in their 4-3. So that's what they grab here in the third round. Next pick, Sheldrick Redwine. So they grabbed their safety here from Miami. So grab their safety that they've been looking for. Didn't really have the cap room to get the big time safety in free agency. But Redwine's a playmaker. Definitely a playmaker. Big part of that Miami defense. That Miami didn't have a good year, but this past season, but their pass defense was excellent, and they got a few guys in the draft, but Redwine's really the one that stands out the most to me. Playmaker, very good at reading the quarterback. So I like him a lot in the fourth. I think he's pretty much locked in the fourth round, I'd say. So they grab him here, future starter, and then to their next pick, another fourth rounder, Ben Burr-Kirven. Well, this guy may be the hardest to tell where he will go in the draft out of any prospects. I'm just going off what I think. I think he's a heck of a football player. Crazy instincts, high motor, can get after the quarterback too. Depth right away, but with Sean Lee getting hurt, but so maybe he plays. Maybe the future is him alongside Van Der Esch and Jalen Smith, who I like a lot, like that duo, really the trio a lot. But Burr-Kirven just seems like a Cowboys guy to me. Again, very hard to tell where he will go. His talent is way better in the fourth round, second round, maybe first round, but he's undersized, so that's why it's really hard to tell where he'll go. NFL overreacting from undersized guys, but maybe that day is past because Kyler Murray's supposed to go first, but a little different position there. But there's a lot to like about Burr-Kirven. High motor guy, like I mentioned, all over the place, can do multiple different things. So depth right away, but future starter here for the Cowboys. Next pick, Anthony Nelson, defensive end from Iowa. Some talk about, I haven't seen him maybe up to the third round. I think fourth or fifth, more like it. Grade A mock, but realistic here. Very good technique, very good hand usage out of him. Really not super flashy athletic, but then he was pretty darn good at the combine, so that was impressive. So seems to get better with time. It's definitely one of those guys. Definitely get better with time, and then under NFL coaching staff, he could be scary down the line here. I don't necessarily think they need another pass rusher, but they can use a guy with a lot of upside like Nelson. Because they did trade for Robert Quinn. I'm not super high on him or anything. I love the draft pick of Dorrance Armstrong last year. I really like that draft pick. And then obviously you got Tank Lawrence and you got Taco Charlton. I'm waiting for Charlton to step up. He might fit, I think, as a 3-4 end a little better. I kind of thought that during the draft, which back when he was getting drafted, so maybe that's the case. So he's still trying to be more of an edge rusher, but I think he can do it. I think that now is his year where he steps up. I think he'll do it. So we'll see, but much needed depth here for the future. And then their last pick, I have them grabbing a running back, Jalen Moore from Appalachian State. They kind of need a do-it-all running back as their backup. They really don't have a top-tier backup after Zeke, the starter, obviously. But just to, they're a team that doesn't really need. If there was a team, everybody needs a backup. But if there was a team that didn't really need a big-time backup, I guess it'd be a Cowboys. Zeke is used for everything pretty much. So, but then we've seen, towards the end of the year where they, refused to give it to Zeke in short yard, like 4th and short. They tried to get tricky with it, but so maybe they want more of a short yards guy, more pretty much a do-it-all guy, like I said. So I like him in the 7th round. Could possibly go 6th, but could be their backup there for the Cowboys. So that's going to do it. Not too many picks, but it's okay for the Cowboys. And then, again, we're going to finish all these very soon. We got just a few more left to do for the 7-round mocks. We got a recent updated regular mock draft. You guys, we had the fan voted mock draft. That's up. You guys voted for that. The final mock drafts will come out. A couple live streams before the live stream of the NFL draft, too. Position rankings, a lot to do before the draft. So, can't wait for that. Thanks, everyone, for the support. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.